Hi, my name is Kriya Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking about Theme. The story that read is The Dance of the Happy Shades by Alice Munro, and it is about a piano teacher who truly believes that teaching music to children is very valuable to their lives. However, we have the parents and the children, um, her normal clients that attend annually to these recitals and who send their kids are really only doing it to live the way of the suburban life and to give their kids like an extracurricular activity to do. It doesn't really seem like the parents are even interested or enthused at how well their kids do at the recital. It is described that like the recitals are kind of they're dreadful, and that they're waiting for the embarrassing moment to happen because these kids aren't really feeling the music, they're not into it. And they go on to describe Mrs. Marsalis, who is the main character or the teacher, um, that she's old. Her redundant ways of her recitals year after year, where they describe it as being dreadful and hot, where one year a kid had a nosebleed. And they also describe like the type of food she prepares. Like she goes all out of her way to make this extravagant in her eyes ceremony for her students at the end of the year. However, the parents just see it as ridiculous. And the theme to me for this story is based upon tiny miracles. Basically, if you believe in your children being able to do something and you put the faith in them that they will be able to be successful at whatever they're doing, like in this case, it's playing the piano. So again, like the students who are her regulars, they're not as interested. They don't play with any type of emotion or feeling. It's just a very dreadful time. So at the end of the story, as the character or the narrator is playing her piece on the piano, all of a sudden some kids walk in, and during the story, they also speak of Mrs. Marsalis looking at the door as though she's waiting for some other guests to come or to arrive. When all along, the narrator knows that her mother and her mother's friend, who also frequents Miss Marcellus's piano lessons, had a discussion where where they're trying to make up any reason to not come to this recital that they've been coming to for the last several years. And to their surprise, comes in a group of children, and it appears that they have physical abnormalities. And they're all dressed in like uniforms, and they came from some type of private school. And what is the surprising part of it is that when a little girl gets up to play a piece, she almost plays it perfectly. There's no error. She has emotion, and this is what Mrs. Marcella is trying to show everyone, that children's hearts are almost gold if you believe in them, if you give them like the tools that they need to overachieve. And in this case, it's to learn how to play the piano. And her normal or her regulars that came that didn't have the physical handicaps, what have you, they didn't show that they believed in their kids. They didn't show any type of enthusiasm to even come to the end of the year recital, which normally parents are excited to see what their kids have achieved at the end of their instruction. So, with this being said, Mrs. Marcellus's dream has finally come to life when one of her pupils are finally able to play the piece, but with emotion, and she was able to show the students that she kind of more or less appreciated her music instruction in comparison to the kids who knew right offhand that they weren't good, that they were expected to have flaws and errors as they played their piece. And this here to me is the theme of the story, is that miracles can happen as long as you believe in yourself, and as long as you show interest and put in work and the time and effort to achieve whatever goal there is out there for you, regardless of your age, your size, if you're handicapped or not. It doesn't matter, just as long as you have the support behind you. And this is all along what Mrs. Marsalis was trying to show her students, is that you can be successful, but you have to believe in yourself. Thank you.